4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Market Minutes brought to you by 3T Academy. I'm your host, Billy, and I'll be taking you today's top market stories and analysis. Today's show is proudly hosted by Double Bottom Trades, where we will bring you the latest in trading strategies and techniques. Just like every morning, though, man, we need a little motivation. We need to chop it up a little bit before we get into this market. And so we're always going to go with our Lady A. What do you have for us, fam?
All right, this morning for April 6th is the struggle that you're in today is developing the strength you'll need tomorrow.
Ooh. I can touch on that one. Let me tell you. I used to tell this to my sons, don't be scared of the struggle. And this goes out to the men on here, no disrespecting the ladies and nothing like that. Men don't find their value until later in life, until they went through their struggles. Men are not, they don't have that value that some people are just inherently with. So it's the struggles, it's the tests, it's the times you've been knocked down that don't define you, but they build your character, right? They give you that strength. It's those struggles that help you get through life later on, because you understand, the path that you've been through. I tell people all the time that if you have a point between, A to Z, or you have a goal set in front of you, I want all the smoke. I want all the problems. I want all the whatever it is, the people that's going to tell me no, I want them in front of me. I don't want to go look for them. I want them right in front of me. That way I can go right through whatever fucking struggle that is. Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. I don't want to mix words about it. I don't want to do any of that. So if you're starting something new, just like, you guys are doing right now, or anything else in life, you have to go through the fucking struggle. You have to suck at it. You have to learn your lessons. You have to fail at it. You have to lose at it. And it's in those struggles that you find the successes. It's you get your greatest lessons in the losses, and the losses come from the struggle. So struggle, real shit, is probably one of the most valuable treasures you can have to grow yourself as a person, as a man, as a woman, as a father, as a husband. Whatever it is that you want to be in life, you got to embrace those struggles. People get so scared of the struggle. The struggle is where the growth is that, and the amount of growth you're willing to have, or that you're gonna have, is based upon the amount of truth that you're willing to accept about some things in your life. And damn, that was a good one. Ooh, I guess I need to get that one off my chest. That was a good one. People are scared of the fucking struggle, man. Don't be scared of that shit. Embrace it. Embrace that shit. Even in bad times, when people were popping off in biblical times, they would go to the desert. They don't go to the high rise. They didn't go to the spa. They went to the fucking desert. Why? Because they needed the struggle. They needed the clarity. They needed that time with themselves. And it's that self time that you find the real struggles. And that's the only struggle you really have to deal with in life, is right here. It's that mind fuck. Go through them struggles, man. It'll be a biggest blessing. If I didn't go through the struggles of this academy, I wouldn't have you guys right here in front of me right now. Swear to God. It was the struggles to get to where I needed to get to, and the end goal, which led me to y'all. So yeah,
I agree. Hey, that's a big thing, struggling.
Yeah, man. Don't be scared of it. Accept that struggle.
And if you don't like that word, you could use a different word than struggle. You can just,
you know what? Fuck that. It's a word. People don't be scared of words. It's the fucking word. Embrace that shit. Write it down. Take a picture. Put it on your wall. Do not be scared of a word. Be scared of yourself. Be scared of not being the person that you're supposed to be, and be even more scared of meeting the person that you should have been and not being that person. Don't be scared of the words. Don't redefine stuff. Just go through it. Whatever the definition they lay upon you, if I got to go through whatever bullshit you say that I need to go through to get to wherever I'm going, bring it, man. Let's go and go through it together. God's got this, nobody else. So I'm not worried about shit. Like, let's just go through it. Call it what it is. What's up, little Faye? I got to wash my mouth. I seen the beautiful one on. All right, let's get into this. Ooh, you got me fired up today, April. That was an amazing one. Clip that shit.
It jumped out at me this morning. I was like, yeah, because I know we all have our little struggles as we're learning to trade and as we're learning to read charts. And that goes for the new people, like you said earlier. It's just one of those pieces that you get to go through to be where you want to be.
Facts. And like I said, you're gonna suck at it at the beginning. I'll just give a real quick, man. Whenever we first started, very first class, everyone in here can tell you, the very first thing I was teaching was FinViz, right? My first question that I got asked was from that little Mohawk dude down here named Miro. He said, "What's FinViz stand for?" I was done. I didn't even know. I've been using FinViz for years. I didn't know what FinViz stood for. I just knew what it was. So I'm looking on Google. Hey, what is FinViz?
No,
And
April asked you that
No,
thing.
I
April,
asked
you
it.
gave me
Miro
the
gave the
That's
answer.
right. Yeah, Miro gave me the answer. April asked a question. And I was Googling, all of a sudden Miro popped up and he said, "Oh, it's financial visualization." I was like, "Man, how did you know that?" He said, "Oh, it's at the top of the screen where it says FinViz right next to it." You talk about questioning some things in a moment and embracing that struggle. I was like, "Oh, they're going to think I suck." I didn't even know what financial visualization was. And I still can't even say it. I've been using it for almost 10 years now. So yeah, man, embrace that struggle, embrace the suck, embrace being wrong sometimes and being vulnerable, because you will get people like you guys around yourself that will make you better. Because I'm not the best trader in the world. I'm not the best TA guy in the world, but I promise you, I put April, Kyle, Darren, Blake, Miro, Victoria, Dustin, and the whole team together, and there ain't no TA analysis that I'm scared of. None. Because we got
But you see, you said not knowing financial visualization, you were thinking, oh my God, what are they going to think? And on the flip side of it, it made us laugh, it eased it up,
Brought
and
us
it brought
together.
us together, you
I
know?
It was a good moment, man. I wouldn't change that moment for nothing in the world. I wouldn't change any of these moments. All right, let's get in this. We've been 13 minutes. I'm sure Dustin's going to be sending me an email that he can't upload because the file's too big. So we'll go ahead and get into this real quick and get into the fear and greed index. This was a good one this morning, man. Let me
Gonna be
share.
in 540p here pretty soon.
it'll be in crayon and
It's gonna be grainy.
yeah. It'll be moving in sections and stuff. All right. So we got the fear and greed index sitting at a 53. Let's just make sure it's right. Yeah, so we're sitting at a 53. We're about where we were yesterday, and that's good movement in the market. That's the kind of volume we want. Like to be a little heavier, but 53 is a lot better than 19, man. Let me tell you, we can actually make some money in the market like this. So we're going to do our due diligence. We're going to go through the market, see what's going on. So we'll see what the SPY is doing, what Tesla's doing, and see if we can make any money across the board. Some of those plays that we were looking at yesterday, we had, I think, 5 of our plays actually set up and won. So if you would have played any of those, how we planned it out, you would have been in the money. Let's go check out FinViz and actually see what the markets are doing right now. Yeah, we called them out yesterday. We said they were going to go to the bottom and test that support area. So here we are again, testing new supports. The Dow's up 80 points, NASDAQ's down 129, S&P 500's up 10. You can see it hit a couple double bottoms, made lower highs or lower lows, tested that support, came back up, now testing the 335. Wicking up to the upper side and also doing some spinning top. You got one spinning top, a couple of those look like inverted hammers. So we'll see if this is going to come back and test the 334. I suspect it will, but we'll see. NASDAQ, same thing. It's going to test that 11,996 and see if it can break through. If it does break through, it should run up to about 12050. If not, we'll come back down and test the 11950. S&P 500 or the SPY. You can see a couple doji stars is formed, a spinning top, another spinner. You have a double bottom, but it's leaning the wrong way. You're finding some resistance again at 409. When we get in the minute chart, we'll take a little better look at it. But it does look like we'll have some resistance at 409. I feel like we'll drop down to the 408, possibly even lower to the 407. If we test the support at 408 and we crack that 408, I'm gonna do like I always do. I'm gonna have puts ready at about 407.99 and ride that thing down. So we'll see how it goes. Some of the top winners or top gainers from yesterday was LMNL, IFRX, BURU, SCLX, VORB, and FRGT. I believe IFRX, BURU, FRGT, and IFRX was on our list yesterday. Correct me if I'm wrong. So we find the movers, man. We just need the volume to be able to trade those bad boys. All right, Thursday, April 6th. I cannot believe it's April, man. This is crazy. I can't believe the conference is here. All right. Job market Merck. It wasn't too long ago when the jobs data would send investors packing since they were worried about the Federal Reserve would hike rates faster to beat back the inflation. Now signs of weakness in the labor market trigger worries about hard landing for the economy. It shows It shows in this week's week's performance following reports that showed the number of job openings decreasing and the slowdown in the private sector hiring. The NASDAQ is on a 3-day losing streak, while the S&P 500 and Dow were mixed on Wednesday. Thursday is the last day the markets are open this week, so investors will chew over the latest weekly jobless claims data. Any market impact from Friday's March job report, however, won't be felt until next week's due to Good Friday holiday. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these job reports come out. Unfortunately, we've been saying this for over 6 months now, that these layoffs are going to have to come with the raising of interest rates and trying to beat back inflation. That's there's only 2 ways you can do it, and that's quit spending the money in the government or raise interest rates and to get inflation down. Unfortunately, people lose their jobs at that time. But now what they've done is raised interest rates. Inflation's still going up. They're still, jobs are still getting lost, but they're not stopping the spending, and they're turning on the printing machine. So I tell you, if people have the money, it's a supply and demand. If someone has the supply and you have the demand and you have the money to pay for that, the prices are never going to come down, because people are willing to pay the prices for whatever the people are asking for. So just keep that in mind. Crude reality: the decision from OPEC, the oil producing cartel led by Saudi Arabia, to cut production by more than 1 million total barrels a day could send crude prices back up to $100. The global economy is already contending with its effects on inflation, so this will no doubt squeeze consumers all over the place, but it's going to hit some countries harder than others. CNBC's Li Ying Sean broke down the economies that will feel the biggest pinch from more expensive oil, including India. It will weigh especially heavy on the developing world, experts say. Let me scroll down. Yeah, we were talking about that too. This is all a setup. When Biden went over there to ask them to produce more, he said he was going to buy more, and ended up didn't or not buying more. So now this is going to get real interesting. Icon warns Illumina. We was reading a little bit about this last week. Now the Federal Trade Commission has ordered Illumina to divest cancer test developer Grail. Activist investor Carl Icahn is stepping up his proxy fight with the company. Icon, I don't know why I said Icahn. Icahn warned his fellow shareholders in Illumina that the company's plan to appeal the FTC's decision will come at a great expense. Over the course of several more years of appeal, he added an almost impossible battle. Icahn, who owns 1.4% of Illumina, launched his proxy fight last month. He is seeking seats on the board while pushing Illumina to divest Grail. Since the company made this acquisition in August of 2021, its market value has tumbled more than 36 billion from 75 billion. MS Lab. I don't know enough about that to even comment on it, so we'll just keep it pushing. Let's see. Another loss for Fox. Delaware judge overseeing Dominion's $1.6 billion defamation case against Fox Corp and its right-wing cable networks, he said, can compel the company's top bosses, Rupert and Lachlan Murdoch, to give live testimony. It was the latest setback in the case for Fox, which has argued that the father and son pair shouldn't have to testify, demanding witnesses who had nothing to do with the challenge of broadcast is just the latest example of their political crusade in search of financial windfall. A Fox spokesperson said. Previously released evidence in the case demonstrates that the Murdochs kept close to contact with Fox News CEO Suzanne Scott during the key moments during the network's coverage of the 2020 election and its aftermath. I will say this, if you think our elections are secure, man, oh my gosh, please pull your head up out of the sand. We've had our hand in so many elections and rigging so many elections, it's just crazy. To think that this election wasn't rigged is just crazy. The fact that we can't even question elections says something else. Like, you will damn near immediately go to jail if you're a politician and you question the election results. It's the wildest thing, man. Wildest thing. Willing to negotiate. Ukraine is willing to start negotiate or willing to start talking to Russia about the Crimean Peninsula, which Russia annexed in 2014. If the Ukrainian army reaches Crimea's border, according to a top official in President Volodymyr Zelensky's government, if we will succeed in achieving our strategic goals on the battlefield and when we will be on the administrative border with Crimea, we are ready to open a diplomatic page to discuss this issue. I can't say that. Told Financial Times elsewhere, the White House said it hasn't seen any indication that China is supplying Russia with lethal weapons for the war in Ukraine. You don't even know what to believe in all that. We all know what the real game is over there. There's no sense in even going over that. So that's the Morning squawk, not a lot going on there, just some political stuff, some other job market stuff, nothing real crazy. Let's check out before we go any further though. Boy, Kyle's got me looking at the SPY news now, just to see if anything's popping.
Nothing since yesterday.
Was it alternative index? Yeah, nothing. The volume's down a little bit.
Yeah.
Crazy. This is probably just aftermarket volume, so nothing real crazy in there. We got our boy Dustin. Let's go ahead and go over the U.S. market calendar and see what we got coming up. What you got for us, fam?
Yeah, all right. So today we have our initial jobless claims report at 8:30. So just as a reminder, what the report actually is. Sorry, out of breath from running back up here. So the report measures the number of jobless claims filed individually seeking unemployment. So individuals seeking unemployment benefits for that week. And so what it usually does is when the initial jobless claims are down, the market will often rally upwards. And when they're up, then the reverse reaction usually happens where the market will come down. So that's why the initial jobless claims report every week is pretty big. We usually keep an eye on that every week when it comes out. So 8:30 in about 7 minutes it comes out. And then for Friday, we have the U.S. Employment report. So that'll let us know how many new jobs were added this year. So we'll look out for that. Actually, no, we're closed tomorrow. The market's closed. So as I was. Is it closed?
Yeah, tomorrow's, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So just said I had
Check.
up there.
Hold on. It's Good Friday night. Hold on. Let's check it out. Question, fam. I know Jay has the close.
Thought it would say closed on there, but
Yeah, I think it is.
Yep, it's closed.
so never mind about tomorrow. Jobless claims report today.
It sucks when I can't trade. Yeah. I'm just playing. All right, good job, man. Yeah, we'll keep watching up on all those, and Dustin will keep us up to date with any news that's going on. So let's go check out the SPY real quick and just see what it's doing, man. Yeah. So we were talking about it when we were looking at FinViz. We were sitting at the 409. We said we thought it'd come back and get back down to the 408. It's testing that now. We are finding that midline that we were on yesterday. We'll see if we can. Damn, I didn't see it go all the way down to 405. Woo! Daddy would have got about 5 G's yesterday. Yeah, Lee, that was a good one. High five, Billy.
I took a short out in the afternoon. Yeah.
Nice work. It does look like it's getting a little weak. It's trying to find that support at 407. If it can stay underneath that VWAP, I was going to have some at 407.99, but it's already made that move. I'd like to put real stuff. I'd like to put some puts in about 407.30. That'd get me a little bit below this one and get me the next one at 407.4, possibly that 406. So we'll take a look and see what it is. But it is sitting a little bit below that VWAP. We'll see which direction it needs to run. We'll just wait for it. Calls to the top side. Calls didn't go real good yesterday, unless you got some down at the bottom. I wouldn't put some calls in until we get to about the 408.50. Actually, probably the 408.70 is where I'll look to put some in, and that'll let us ride up a little bit. If not, then we'll just ride puts all the way back down. Nothing but a G thing, baby. Tesla. Ooh, I took a big old shit. Look at that. Wow. We were sitting at 192, dumped all the way down to 183, and it's steadily sitting underneath that VWAP. So there's going to be a lot of bearishness to this. We'll see if maybe we can get a pop-up, hit a low of the day, if we can get back up to the 186s, 187s possibly. Market's not looking real pretty right now, fam. But we'll go ahead and keep playing. We'll see what the SPY is going to do. Remember, you don't have to trade. Let the market open for a few minutes. And I'm telling myself this too, because I'm just as bad. So when I'm telling you guys this, I'm telling myself, let the market open. Let it get to volume, get your plays ready, but just sit on your hands for a few minutes. Let it go in one direction or the other. If it's just sitting in the middle, try not to make a decision. And that goes for me too. Let me And I believe. Any questions? Y'all ready to make some money? Let's build this plan, man. And so that's a wrap for the morning market in minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick and informative look into the financial markets. Remember to stay up to date with the latest news and analysis by visiting our website at 3T Academy and following us on social media. A big thank you to our host, Double Bottom Trades, for bringing us the best in trading strategies and techniques. And until next time, go get paid, bitches.